Hey guys, it's LA. It is Saturday morning, a beautiful Saturday morning. The sun is shining. The temperature is like a perfect 75 maybe. Whatever it is, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I am actually at a park. Show you my surroundings. If you can see out of my dirty car window, but I'm gonna be getting my car cleaned today. It's only like nearly the end of summer, and I am just now getting my car cleaned. Totally, but whatever. I am reading a Terry McMillan book this summer, and it's so funny that this has truly been my summer read. I started reading this book back at, I think we started reading it in June. Yep. Or no, actually, it was the 4th of July weekend. We were slated to discuss the book at the end of July, but it didn't quite work out, so we gave ourselves another week, and we'll be discussing the book today. But I'm like on 258, page 258 of about 350 pages. And I just read a very profound statement in this book, and it just made me think about people who don't read fiction. They say it's not their thing. Fiction does nothing for them, and always, to each his own. I personally read just about anything, especially these days. I mean, I'm reading nonfiction, religious books, Christianity books. I'm reading nonfiction relationship books. I'm reading nonfiction books about cleaning, how to organize and things like that. But my first love has always been fiction, and they've always had an effect on my life, a profound effect on my life, even through entertaining me. And I just want to give you just a tidbit of this book. The character Georgia is a twice divorced woman. She's over 40. Matter of fact, I think she's about 50 something. She's got two grown kids, and she's a doctor. She's a optometrist, and she's kind of not satisfied with her life anymore, and just to the point where she's just making some bold decisions. One of the things she wanted to do was sell her house, which is the house she lived in with her second husband. She feels like it's too big. It's just her. She's an empty nester. Kids are grown. One is married. One is off in college. She's in this job that she realized it provided a good income, stability, but it's not exciting to her anymore, and she realizes that it never was exciting. So she's going through thinking about getting out of her practice and things like that. And I so relate. I'm 40 years old. I've been working at the company that I've been working at for almost 20 years. So I so relate to a person, when you get to that point, like, okay, I've lived most of my life at this point. And you just get to a point where when you've raised your kids, I have a 12-year-old, that's my youngest. My oldest is 21. And it's like, okay, how do I want to spend the rest of my days? Do I want to spend the rest of my years on this earth doing work that's not satisfying to me, that I'm not walking in the door, like, I'm glad to be here, this is benefiting somebody, this is making the world better, so I get it. But anyway, the character Georgia, a friend of hers, a neighbor, kind of tells her, why are you trying to sell your house? Like, this house is beautiful and blah, blah, blah. So the character Georgia says, as I look around, I realize I like living in this house. It's my home. And it wasn't the house I needed to change, it was me. How profound is that? So often we're trying to change the exterior. You know, when our relationships are no longer exciting and passionate to us, we want to get rid of the man or the woman. You know, when the job isn't doing anything for us, we want to leave the job. You know, when the house isn't working, we want to redecorate. We want to get a new house or whatever. But the thing that constantly stays the same, whether it be in your job, in your relationship, whether it's your church home, whatever, you are the constant. You are the common denominator. So when you reach a point where you're unhappy or unsatisfied, it's not those exteriors always that need to be changed. It's something on the inside of you. And only you can make that type of change. So 258 pages into the book, and that right there just does it for me. It has made this book worth reading, in addition to the other hilarious things that have gone on with this character, with her friends. Oh, the other thing she wanted to do was catch up with all of her exes and either tell them, you know, what she learned from them, or let them know, you know, that she still thought about them. They were important to her. They had a profound effect on her life. So it's just been a great read, and I'm glad to have read it. I recommend it to you, especially if you are a person who, quote unquote, doesn't like fiction. Get a copy of this book. Terry McMillan, I Almost Forgot About You. I highly recommend it. Have a great day, guys.